Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today we are going to talk about Inside Star Citizen on September 2nd, 2021. That is today, of course. So let's go into what they had to talk about. First, they started with ship shape. We haven't seen ship shape in quite a long time. And of course, they've got John Crew doing this, talking about all the ships in the pipeline. The Vulture, it's now moving into gray box, and they're filling out the interior, making it look pretty. It looks really cool. I like it. I hope that it works a little bit like what Starjump had in his video. He said he kind of had to take some creative license to make it look or perform a way he thought it was going to perform. And if you haven't seen Starjump's videos, definitely go over to his channel on YouTube and check him out. Give him a like and a subscribe. Here, you can see that they are also finishing up the Ares Starfighter. So the Ares Starfighter, Inferno, and Ion are all moving into the final art phase. They wanted to make sure that the gun and the effects from the gun did not take away too much from the view in the fighter canopy. But they did say, John Crew said it was an anti-capital ship fighter. So it is designed to take on capital ships. Yeah, I know they used to say subcapitals, but they've always meant for this thing to take on capital ships. You get a squadron of them, they'll be able to bring down an Idris in a little bit of time. Not much. I mean, it's going to do some major damage. But a squadron of them can really do some fun stuff. So they also talked about ships that they have done gold standard runs on. The Gladius had most of its gold standard done in 3.14. They did some touch-ups in 3.15. The Sabre is going to be gold standard in 3.15. So that's exciting. And then the Redeemer. Everybody's been waiting on this one for a really long time. And look at all those dang guns. It's what, 10, 12 guns? I don't know. It's got a lot of them and some really big ones. This was originally going to be a 4-person dropship. And now it is a 3-person dropship. It's now a 4-person gunship. So expect this thing to absolutely eat through any fighters on the battlefield, and probably some constellations and that sort of thing as well. It's going to be absolutely terrifying coming up against one of these things. So when you see one, you might want to run. They went into the sprint report as well. They're going to talk about 3 new weapon concepts they have from Volt, which is a new manufacturer. You've got the Electron SMG, the Electron LMG, and the laser sniper rifle, which is not Electron at all. As you continue to see more shots of the Redeemer gunship. This thing looks beautiful. One of the things I want to go back on the gunship is originally this thing was designed to fit inside a hangar of a Javelin. Then they decided, well, it wasn't going to be ready in time, so they brought in the Hoplite to fulfill that role. And then later, John Crew mentions, they brought in the Valkyrie to fulfill that role. So is the Valkyrie going to fit into a hangar on the Javelin? That is my question. Inquiring minds want to know. I'd be interested to find out, because that means a whole lot of different ships could fit in that hangar bay. I'm excited to find out the answer to that. I would love for my Valkyrie to be able to be transported by the Javelin. It makes sense to me. Yes, please. So here are those guns I was talking about. Really cool looking. This is still early concept, so we won't see these for a little while. But yeah, I kind of like the way that Volt looks. Interested in trying them out, seeing what kind of fun we can have with them. I mean, SMGs, LMGs, those are always fun guns to use. I'm more of an SMG person myself, but I have org mates that really love the LMGs. They also briefly hinted at the laser trip mines. They've been testing those out. They're mostly going to be used in derelicts around the verse, so derelict missions. Really cool. I'm very interested in getting my hands on these, and they did mention how they will have all sorts of mayhem once these are actually able to be used by player characters in the verse. Now, I think they're going to be used by NPCs as well. So when you go into one of these derelicts, you're going to have to keep your eyes peeled for these little claymores, these laser trip mines, so that you don't get blown up in the process. They also continued more work on Cousin Crows, which we will see the initial phase of in 3.15. It'll be at Orison. It is the ship shop that's going to bring you ship modules, different weapons, configurations, components, etc. Cousin Crows is the one that actually designed the privateer version of the Kraken, if you recall. So that's something really exciting that I can't wait to get in the game as well. So hopefully we'll see our first few iterations of modules. And then they also kept working on Crusader's showroom. So you'll see that at Orison as well. They're going to show off all the different parts of Crusader ships, and should be a pretty neat little thing. I'm picturing something like the Smithsonian, but just for Crusader ships. I think that would be really cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. They continued work as well on lighting for all the habs around the verse. This I thought was really cool, and it's a really subtle thing that you don't think about that makes a huge difference. I love what they've done with the lighting here. I think it's awesome. I can't wait to get this on ships, habs, everything. It's phenomenal. You know, maybe you can turn the power out on a station and the lights flicker down and then an emergency lighting comes on. I can't wait to see these things. What do you guys think? Did you think this was a highly overlooked thing that could make a huge difference for immersion and ambiance? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. They also started work, or continued work, on glass and window shader, so they can take buildings and make them look much more alive, much more realistic, and I thought this was phenomenal as well. I know some people are going to be saying, why are they working on that? We don't need that. We got so many other things they could work on. But I mean, it looks stunning. And if you ask anybody that's coming over to this game from other games like Elite Dangerous and so forth, they just comment on how beautiful Star Citizen is. It really is a beautiful game, and it's because they're taking the time to put in elements like this. And yes, those are people that could probably be used to do other things, but they have so many people working on so many different things. I think this is an important part of, you know, making the verse come alive. You know, you fly into Orison at night or during the day, you want to be able to see if those windows are opaque. I mean, it just adds an element of realism. Also, they've been working on how to treat player injuries. They've got the player skeleton interface, and you can see that you'll be able to treat your injuries wherever they're at, you know, by using some of these beds. You'll also be able to use it using the handheld treating devices or medical devices that we're going to get in the game here soon. So really cool that they are doing some of these things. We're finally moving into the phase where they're working on healing. They have different models for men and women. And then they're also briefly talked about the concept art for the cybernetic limbs and how, you know, those will look with clothing. This is all still concept, so it's really early. We don't have this yet, but they did say they were going to talk more about Death of a Spaceman in the coming weeks, and this is definitely a big part of that. So if you lose a limb or something, if you die to a certain extent that you have to replace a limb, you may have to have a cybernetic limb installed. So really awesome. I think they said the next 2 episodes of Inside Star Citizen will deal with the new healing mechanics and inventory, which is cool because, hey, those are the 2 biggest steps in this next patch for Star Citizen. Healing is new, and for the most part, I mean, at least the way that they want to do it. And inventory, you know, you're going to have your inventory, personal inventory set up, and, you know, what ships are you putting it on, where are you putting it. It's going to be a big thing, a big issue, because they don't have personal hangars and all that in the game yet either. So guys, what did you think of this week's Inside Star Citizen? Did you enjoy it? I know I did. I thought it was awesome. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, check out my Patreon and YouTube members if you want to contribute to the channel. It's very much appreciated. I can't tell you enough. If you're new to the game and you want to get into the game and get a bonus 5,000 credits, use the referral code in the upper right hand corner there. That information is also going to be listed in the description of the video, as well as my org information. With that said, I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.